GPT, GPT, GPT. Is it possible for ChatGPT to replace us? And this question is mostly posed by tech influencers or professors within our university. And for me to hear this question over and over again is very demotivating as a student. And I think the best way to figure out if that is the case is through our logical reasoning and to know the enemy, to ask AI GPT itself, like we are using it for every other thing. So one of the first question one of my professors asked me was, isn't it possible for GPT to provide the code to sort an array faster than you with less errors? And obviously the instant answer is yes. But I also refuted this question by saying I believe only a CS student or a person who's familiar with programming will be able to ask such a question in the first place. I did not know what an array was until I dove into the field or the realm of programming. I did not know what a sorting algorithm was until I studied data structures and algorithms. And within data structures and algorithms, you also have to realize and use your own human judgment to figure out which algorithm works best for the program that you have created. And to say that any person who's starting a software house will not need coders, or any of the big tech companies like Google will not need coders anymore, is not sustainable and is bound to fail. So computer science students, developers, even people from boot camps will always be necessary, because these are still the people that can ask such questions. And one of my professors even went as far as to say that there will be no developers at all. And I think that, how was ChatGPT created, or what is ChatGPT? I think it is an innovation. And for this tech world or this world as a whole to evolve, innovation always has to be there. And I think that innovation can only be brought about if those developers are still in place. So, what if I ask ChatGPT to create an algorithm for sorting an array that is better than the ones that are already out there? So, the question is GPT capable of innovation? Let's ask it if it is. Is it possible for you to create a sorting algorithm that is better than all the sorting algorithms out there in terms of time and space complexity, etc.? So it says, as an AI language model, I do not have the ability to create algorithms on my own. However, I can suggest that it is highly unlikely that a single algorithm can be better than. So, in other words, it can't. It says it can't. Say, with that being said, is it fair to say that an AI model such as yourself is not capable of innovation? As an AI language model, I can generate novel ideas and outputs based on the input and training data that I have been trained on. While I am not capable of true innovation in the sense of generating entirely new concepts or ideas on my own, I can generate outputs that may be perceived as innovative or creative by humans based on my ability to generate. So it says all the existing information that I have, I might be able to use it and bring about something worthwhile, but at the same time, it is not capable of true innovation. So let's say, with that being clear, is it unlikely for you to replace developers slash programmers if it will eventually bring about true innovation to an halt? It says, as an AI language model, my primary purpose is to assist humans in various tasks and generate outputs based on the input and training data that I have been provided with. So, see, it says I cannot replace human developers or programmers completely. So, once again, it is a helping hand, and we have so many helping hands in programming already. We're not going to be replaced. That's what I believe as a computer science student. However, there is still the possibility of our time being worth less in the future. So we can even ask this. Let's ask this. However, will a developer's time be worth less with GPT around? The presence of AI models like me, such as GPT, may change the way that developers work, but it is unlikely that it will make their time or skills less valuable. And I think we should trust it on this. Because, yes, even though there are many more advancements coming, I think developers will be the last people that will be replaced. And if GPT stumbles anywhere, I think a developer would be able to figure it out where it is making a mistake. Because even for some simple homework prompts that I have given GPT, GPT does have the potential to stumble every now and then. And when that happens, that's when humans will be needed. So I do not think that GPT will replace us, but only time will tell. But I think I should not stress about GPT taking over. So I think we should have a good night's sleep and not worry too much about GPT being around. And from GPT's responses, we can also take some pointers on what it is that a developer should have in the future. A developer, you must have the capability to innovate. You must be creative. You must have critical thinking. And that is, these are the three places that GPT lacks. So if you have opted for computer science and you're really interested in it, you should not worry too much about GPT. At least I am not. However, there are students who've just taken it for the sake of taking it, and their only motive is to pass. So students who want to just pass, copy projects, skim through assignments, lack of interest, these are the people that it would become very hard for, because everybody takes computer science after they do a Google search, computer science jobs. This is what they search, and Google says computer science jobs are growing and flourishing, and you should obviously opt for it. However, if you check out computer science unemployment rates, that Google would also say is growing. So this is before GPT came out. Why were the unemployment rates growing? And it was these people that just want to pass copy projects. They do not know how to manage a for loop, even if their life depended on it. And I encounter many people with such a mindset in my day to day life. So I would say that if you are one of these people, GPT would make it very hard for you to enter into the industry after graduation if this is the mindset that you've been carrying along. So try and be innovative, try and be creative, try and do critical thinking, do lead code, focus on DSA, anything that makes you think, makes you a better programmer, you should focus on. And I hope this could inspire you or reignite that motivation that you had before GPT came around. And uh, I wish you all the very best, and I wish all the best to myself. And I hope that if I have these skills in the future, I will be safe, and so will you. So I will see you guys in the next video, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.